To the fourth and final lesson on the circulatory system. Your learning intentions for today. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to demonstrate and understand the effect of exercise and rest on pulse and breathing rate, and understand the benefits of balance of exercise and rest promotes good health. So your pulse. So firstly, going to find the locations where you can find your pulse. So you can find your pulse in the wrist, at the temple, in the neck. So I just want you to quickly take note into your notes copy the 3 different locations where you can find your pulse. Okay, so your pulse. A pulse is a surge of blood in an artery close to the skin. The average adult pulse is 70 beats per minute. This can change depending on your age, health, and fitness. So I just want you to quickly take note of the text that's on this slide into your notes copy. So maybe take a moment to pause the video and take down the text from this slide. Okay, so to demonstrate the effect of exercise and rest on pulse and breathing rate. So we're going to do a quick little investigation here. So firstly, you're going to count the number of beats per minute at your wrist or at your neck. And what you can do there is you can count it, how many beats per minute, or you can count it how many beats you have per 10 seconds and multiply it by 6, and that will give you the number of beats per minute. I want you then to take note of that into your copybook or your notes copy, and then I want you to exercise vigorously for 2 minutes. So you could go off and do a few shuttle runs outside, you could do a few jumping jacks, you could jumping squats, tuck jumps, something that's fairly intense. So off you go, exercise vigorously for 2 minutes. Then you have to take your pulse again after the exercise, and you repeat what you did in step 1. You then take note of your beats per minute into your notes copy or your copybook, and compare your beats per minute from before you did the exercise and then from after you did the exercise. Your pulse rate should now be greater. Conclusion: why? Exercise increases the heartbeat and pulse rate. Okay, so the effects of smoking, diet, and exercise on the circulatory system. So what you can see here in this image first is a cigarette. It's a cigarette that's piercing through the heart. So that basically is telling us that cigarettes do harm the heart, and they cause negative effects to the heart. So major causes of heart disease: tobacco contains harmful substances such as nicotine, increases blood pressure; carbon monoxide hardens arteries and reduces the amount of oxygen carried by blood. The effects of smoking, diet, and exercise on the circulatory system. So exercise causes pulse and causes an increased pulse and heart rate. The body uses a lot of energy when exercising, so the heart needs to pump a lot of oxygen and food around the body. This results in an increase in the heartbeat and the rate of breathing. Exercise is beneficial to the heart as it makes it stronger and reduces weight. Note that the heart rate can also be increased by excitement, anxiety, and smoking. So I want you to quickly take a moment here to take what's down on this slide here, and what's in text, and then on this slide as well. So maybe pause the slideshow and the PowerPoint for a moment and take these down. Okay, so here you see a graph, a line graph. So on the y-axis, you see number of heartbeats per minute, and on the x-axis, you see time in seconds. So as the time goes on, right, when it gets to 30 seconds, there's a spike in the number of heartbeats per minute, and then it starts to decline slowly over time. So why would this be? This could be for a few different reasons, as we've just discussed. It could be maybe a bout of exercise has to be taking place here, so the demand on the circulatory system is high, so therefore the heart needs to work that bit harder. You could also say it could be excitement, so such as adrenaline. So for example, if you were going to Taylor Park there and you're going on the roller coaster to Cullen, okay, I'm sure if you're going down the roller coaster and moving around on the roller coaster, your heartbeat would increase because of this adrenaline. Okay, also could be because of stress as well. So all of a sudden you could get a fright, or you could be stressed out for some reason. Could be an exam or whatever it is. The heartbeats per minute would increase then all of a sudden. Okay, and as you relax then, as the time goes on, your heartbeats per minute reduces. Okay, so the effects of smoking, diet, and exercise on the circulatory system. So you can see here, you can see a visual. So as we've discussed, the nicotine in cigarette smoke increases blood pressure and narrows the arteries. Obesity. An obese person is carrying extra weight, and this places a greater strain on the heart. And so it puts pressure on the heart, stresses the heart, so therefore the heart is working that bit harder, and the heartbeats per minute will be that much higher. Lack of exercise. So exercise strengthens the heart, and if you have a lack of it, the heart would be weak, it wouldn't be that strong. Therefore, it will be under pressure and it will be working that bit harder. So steady, regular exercise strengthens the heart muscle and lowers the risk of heart disease. Fatty diet. If a person eats large quantities of animal fat and dairy products, such as saturated fats, and the risk of heart disease is increased. Okay, so that is harmful to your body. It's also harmful to your circulatory system, and it may be harmful to your blood vessels as well. Okay, so therefore, this increases the stress on the heart and also increases the heartbeats per minute. So your resting heartbeats per minute. And finally, a modern lifestyle, stress speeds up the heart rate and can increase the risk of heart disease. So that's why it says you should avoid stress because it is not good for you, and it does increase your heart rate, or resting heart rate. Okay, so quickly, you have a learning check as you've done previously. Okay, scan it with another device or go to your folder in Schoology and you can see the link for this. And I want you to go to Quizlet and complete the test activity. A balance of exercise and rest promotes good health. So equally so, if you're looking to exercise, you're actually putting a bit of a strain on your heart to get it that bit stronger. And it's important that you take recovery, take rest, and allow in order for your heart a chance to recover and adapt and get that bit better and get stronger. And also, the normal temperature of a human body is 37 degrees, but illness may cause the change in the body temperature to change. So if you're ill, if you flu, if you're sick, okay, if you check your temperature may not be at 37 degrees. It may be at 36 or 38, and if it's off, okay, that means you'll have an abnormal body temperature and you'll be unwell. And finally, the products of digestion are absorbed into the bloodstream and are circulated around the body. Okay, so this is an image here of your digestive system. Okay, and this is where food is broken down into smaller pieces so it can be absorbed. So it can be absorbed in the small intestine into the bloodstream, and then it's transported all over the body by the blood in the blood vessels, and it's pumped by the heart, as we've just learned in the last few lessons. Okay. So learning intentions. So we can now demonstrate and understand the effect of exercise and rest on pulse and breathing rate, and understand the benefits of balance of exercise and rest, promoting good health. Thank you.